welcome back to Brittany and the Brewmaster. I'm Brittany. This is the Brewmaster, and today we are here to talk about Warrior Woman. It's an American Pale Ale, and we are Brittany and the Brewmaster, but I don't know that you're the right Brewmaster for today. You are the listen, I think we should call today's episode Brittany and the Big Man. Let's bring in the big guns. Now this is better.
There you go.
This feels much better.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, Paul.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. Really happy to be here.
Very happy to be here. That's good. Anyone who doesn't know, this is Paul Meek. He is the owner of Kichesippi Beer, and in fact, one of the many important founders. Kichesippi was a family-founded business way 11 years ago?
11 years ago.
A long time ago. Paul and his wife Kelly and their son Alexander started Kichesippi Beer from nothing and built it to what it is today. Now, unfortunately, back in 2019, we did lose Kelly and a big part of the heart and soul of Kichesippi. But today we're here to talk about her beer, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so talk to me about, first of all, how you all started and why you started Kichesippi Beer. Where did the idea come from?
Well, Kelly and I always had an entrepreneurial spirit. We wanted to start our own business someday. We met in university, had some different ideas and some small little projects we worked on. And very proud Nova Scotia girl. We moved to Ottawa in 2002. Okay. And her thing was, if we were ever going to start a brewery, she wanted it to be, the Keiths of Ottawa. When you come to Ottawa, it was one of those, you go to the Parliament buildings, you go to the canal, and you have a Kichesippi Beer. That was the goal. She really wanted to create this local experience because back in 2010, there was a small little brew pub in Ottawa, but there was no real local beer experience. And we thought we could do that and offer that to the people that visited Ottawa and lived in Ottawa. That's
awesome. And you know what? You can see bits and huge pieces, in fact, of the Ottawa history in almost each and every beer that you brew. Ottawa's built right into it, so I love that. Her vision worked out.
Yeah, Kelly wanted there to be a story behind each beer and have it, each beer be about something.
Yeah.
And then to turn, when Kelly passed away, to take, her legacy and to turn it into a beer itself was a really nice transition.
Brilliant. Now, what kind of footprints and stamps do you see of Kelly around the brewery? Like, which things were her idea? Give her credit.
The two big ideas that Kelly had was she really wanted to be an Ottawa-focused beer. Still 11 years later, over 95% of the beer that we sell is still consumed in Ottawa, sold in Ottawa. We have a couple great customers, in outside of Ottawa, but a very, very large majority of the business is still in Ottawa, which was Kelly's vision. And then the big one is the glassware. So Kelly wanted to bring in the Lido glass. Yeah. If you had a larger hand, the glass would feel comfortable. If you hold the top of the glass, if you had a smaller hand, it would feel comfortable on the bottom. So regardless of the person or the glass would feel comfortable in their hand, and you would always show the logo. Those are the two big things behind Kelly's legacy that you don't really see, but it was a big thing that she set in place a long time ago.
Good for her. Oh, I love that her stamp is still all over the place. With these glasses, I think we should have brought some. That would have been a clever idea. We do need a helper. Where can we get a helper around here? Look at that.
Look at that.
Aw, Phil. Phil is taking over my job here.
Thank you, sir.
I like that. Thank you, Phil. So this is that beautiful glass. As you said, I've got a little hand, so I'm down here at the bottom.
There you go.
And then you got the bigger hand all the way at the top. That's brilliant. Look at that beer, the foam.
It's beautiful beer.
So it is an APA. What's
Correct.
the difference between an APA and an IPA?
Right, so there's lots of subcategories of the India Pale Ale, whether it's Pale Ales or India Pale Ales. So American Pale Ale, it fits into sort of that session IPA thing as well. So if you like your India Pale Ales, a little bit too much bitter, a little bit too much alcohol, think of this as just a notch lower.
Okay.
Not as intense, a little bit less hoppy, a little bit less in the alcohol, more sessionable, more easy drinking. So if our original Natural Blonde beer in 2010 was a pale ale, and our Stony Mondays and Remick Rapids and Boom and things like that are up here in terms of the IPAs, this is sort of a nice middle ground to sort of get you into that IPA world and sort of get you used to the bitterness.
The IPA gateway.
Exactly.
I love that. I love that. And so it is 40 IBUs, 4.8%. So like you said, that fits right into that sort of bridge style of beer. Now, talk to me about the name itself. It's called Warrior Woman. Why are we calling it Warrior Woman?
It's a very simple answer. Kelly, again, proud Nova Scotia girl, a lot of Celtic roots and Gaelic roots out on the East Coast. Kelly in the Gaelic language literally means warrior woman. So it was her name translated into Gaelic. And we thought this would be a great beer name someday. We wanted to make Warrior Woman at some point. Yeah. And when Kelly passed on in 2019, we're like, you know what? This is the time we need to do it. And so we ended up launching the beer on International Women's Day, which is March 8th every year. So March 8th, Kelly passed in April 2019, launched the beer March 8th, 2020. And now it's rocking it for us.
It is rocking. It's a great seller, which is amazing because 5% of all the proceeds from this beer go towards charities that help toward women's empowerment and women's health and all things like that. So it is you know, it's dedicated to women, but it's not just for women. Men
No,
can
for
do
sure.
this.
Like this is all about talking about strong women and independent women and empowering women. So Kelly was a mother, a sister, a philanthropist, a businesswoman, and so regardless of where you fit in that category, whether you are a woman or you admire women and what they do in society, this is the great beer for you.
Incredible. Said it right from Paul himself, right from the owner of Kichesippi Beer. This is Warrior Woman. Come on down and get it. You can get it in our retail store at 2265 Robertson Road. I almost forgot where we are right now.
We've been here for a couple of years now.
We've been here a couple of years, yeah. 2265 Robertson Road, or you can get it online at kbeer.ca. And you can also get this one in the LCBO.
At the LCBO, exactly.
It is all over the place. You can't miss it. Get yourself a Warrior Woman. Cheers, Paul.
Absolutely. Cheers.
That is delicious.
It's so good, eh?